Hello. My name is Carson Keeter, and I'm getting a master's degree in statistics. And when I tell people that, people always say, wow, what are you going to do with that? Are you going to get a job at Amazon trying to figure out whether or not people want to buy a toilet seat or not? And I say, no. I'm going to figure out why my parents haven't won the neighborhood Christmas light competition yet. If you notice across the street, we are living across from the people who have won first place. Now, look, they really don't have anything special. Of course, they do have some blinking lights and Santa Claus on the roof, but what do we have? We've got all of that except for Santa Claus on the roof, because who really cares about Santa Claus? And also the lights are off because the fuse is blown because it's raining, but we have the same stuff that they have, and it doesn't make any sense. Why did they win, but we didn't? Welcome to this week's episode of Let's Get to the Bottom of This. I'm pissed and I've been drinking. Yesterday, my mother and I drove around the neighborhood and collected data on 42 houses in the neighborhood. That is approximately 80% of the houses that have decorated for the holiday season. We have collected various variables, such as whether or not you can see their Christmas tree from the road. There it is, and then zoom. Zoom. Whether or not they have white, green, red, or multicolored lights in their yard. Whoa. Whether or not their house is really tall. Look how tall. Look how tall. That's like 60,000 feet. Whew. If they have hanging from the trees. Look at those balls. The number of lit versus unlit props they have in their yard, even though Bambi is knocked over. I do have to sneeze.
Are you gonna do that?
No. Also, the number of blinking lights they have. So, write that down.
Okay.
The number of inflatables they have. Zoom in on the poster. What a bunch of How many state trees of South Carolina they have lit up in their yard, aka the palmetto tree. Beautiful. Look at this. Beautiful example of Santa Claus with the classic 3 reindeer with the palmetto tree in the yard.
Only 3?
What? That's all you need.
Where are the other 17? How many are there?
Good. That is how the song goes. Whether they have lights on the ground or not. Whoa. I'm gonna just put these cheese sticks in here for now. Let's go outside and figure this out. So here's the deal. I got 3 ways of figuring out why the my parents have not won this competition. The 3 methods are called logistic regression, decision tree regression, and random forest regression. And really all that means to a real data scientist or statistician means some stupid math out there, but really to me it's just magic, honestly, figuring out how the future works. Here we go. So, turns out I forgot to mention this too, but we also recorded whether or not the yards had Jeezy in them. And I'm talking Joseph, I'm talking Jeezy, I'm talking Mary, I'm talking the 3 wise men, I'm talking the angel from wherever. If you have any of that ish in your yard, your odds go way down for winning an award, which is sad for the more conservative folks and religious folks in the neighborhood. But if you're agnostic or just a-religious, that's fine, right? So good for you. Now, I gotta take a break for a second. I need to eat some cheese. So, I'm going to very quickly explain how decision trees work. Take this piece of cheese and say that at the very top of this piece of cheese is the number of lit props that you have. And then now take a look at this decision tree. You'll notice that up here at the very top of the cheese is the number of lit props you have in your yard. Now, I'm talking deer. I'm talking reindeer. I'm talking Santa Claus. Up here at the top, you have more than 5.5 lit props in your yard. Then you come down this way over here. Do you see it? Good. Over here, and then whether or not, if you have religious stuff in your yard, over here, you take this side of the tree, and you come down and you say, oh shoot, I got a 20% chance of winning an award. And if you don't have anything religious in your yard, you come down the left side of the tree, and it says, wow. So if I have about 6 lit props in my yard, and they're not religious, then I've got a 75% chance of winning an award. How simple is that? Okay, let's say that you don't have that many things in your yard. We go down the other side of the tree, over here. And then we say, okay, cool. Do you have multicolored lights, a ton of multicolored lights in your yard or not? Yes? Okay, we go down the left side of the tree. Uh-oh, this sucks for you. You have a 0% chance of winning. Sorry. You can go down the other side. Is your yard split in half by a driveway? If it is, sorry, you get a 0% chance of winning. I'm sorry, I don't make the rules. Now, the real thing here is that you want to have a lot of props in your yard. Also, the number of props needs to exceed 5.5. How can you round it up to 6? Easy peasy, right? Then after that, ditch Jeezy. Get them out of there. Sorry, church-going folks, but you need to realize if you're trying to win and you want at least a 75% chance of winning, get them out of there. Here's the take-home message. You should have at least 80% of your trees in your yard covered with lights. Those lights should also be totally white. No green, no red, no multicolored. Some of them should be blinking. If you have palmetto trees, cover those up too. It really doesn't matter the number of palmetto trees you have, it just matters that they're covered. And the next thing, you should have as many lit props in your yard as you can get. Don't worry about the inflatables, don't worry about the things that are really tall, just worry about things that blink, look like Santa Claus, look like Rudolph, put them in the middle of your yard and you're set. If you got something like a split driveway, work both sides of the driveway and make sure that people don't know that you got a driveway and go through the middle of it. But here's the most important thing to remember. You want to make sure that you're spending some good quality time with the people that you love. We're talking family, we're talking neighbors, we're talking community. It doesn't matter how many lights you put out in your yard, but it matters how many people you're spending this beautiful, beautiful time with. Doesn't matter how many presents you get. Doesn't matter whether or not you can see your Christmas tree from the road. It just matters that you're really enjoying the time with these people. I'm really tired. I'm gonna go to bed.
Any last words?
No.